Question 1. So 20 packets weigh 32 kilograms. So one packet must weigh a 20th of this. So divide 32 by 20 and you get 1.6 kilograms. So that's what one packet weighs. So 25 packets must weigh 25 lots of 1.6. 25 times 1.6 is 40 kilograms. Question 2. So let's think about Andy first of all. His journey comprises 2 bits. He flies from UK to Japan, costing £554. And then secondly from Japan to Australia, which was costing him 70,140 yen. Now I want to convert this into pounds. Now looking at the exchange rate, yen to pounds, 140 to 1, I want to turn it into the smaller number. So I'm going to divide by the 140. Dividing by 140 is going to make my number smaller. So 70,140 divided by 140 gives me £501 for the second part of the journey. So if I add the 2 flights together for Andy, I get £1055. Now Layla flies directly all the way from 1860 Australian dollars. Now I need to turn this into pounds, and again you need to have the same thought process. Do I want my final number to end up being bigger or smaller? Well, look at the exchange rate. 1 Australian dollar buys 0.62 pounds, so we need the number to get smaller. Obviously 0.62 is smaller than 1. Now when I'm dealing with 0.62, how do I make it smaller? Do I multiply by 0.62 or do you divide by 0.62? Well, as it's less than 1, multiplying by 0.62 will get you a smaller result. So 1860 multiplied by 0.62 gives me 1153.20 pounds. So comparing the pounds, who pays more? Layla pays more. Question 3. So I want to write this ratio down in its simplest form. So let's see if I get whole numbers when I divide through by 1.40, and I do. So 4.20 divided by 1.40 is 3. 1.40 divided by 1.40 is obviously 1. And 7 divided by 1.40 is 5. So in its simplest form, I get 3 to 1 to 5. Now, part B, write a number on the dotted line to complete the statement. So this ratio of 6 to 4 is the same as the ratio of what to 1? Well, think about the second term. The second term is getting 4 times smaller. We're dividing by 4. So I'm going to have to divide the first number by 4 as well. 6 divided by 4. Question 4. So, in a tin of baked beans, the weight of the beans to the weight of tomatoes to the weight of other ingredients is 3 to 2 to 1. So, beans to tomatoes to others. Now, we're told there are 150 grams of tomatoes. So, tomatoes is the second one. So, that represents the 2 shares. So, 2 shares is the 150 grams. So, 1 share, we're going to halve this, is going to be 75 grams. I need to work out the weight of the beans. Well, the beans have got 3 shares, So 3 shares is going to be 3 lots of 75, which is 225 grams. Question 5. So the number of blue vans to the number of white vans is 4 to 3. So what fractions of the van are blue? Well, we've got 7 vans in total. The blue ones are 4, so that's 4 out of 7, which is 4/7. Now, looking at the blue black vans only, the ratio of small to large is 3 to 5. So let's think about what we're saying. Blue to white, we knew we had a ratio of 4 to 3 from part A. But what we're now saying is, once we've got a blue van, small to large is 3 to 5. So what I really want to do is to try and make this 3 to 5 fit in with my initial ratio. Well, 3 add 5 is 8, so it would be very handy if my number up here was 8, so I can just double my top ratio, so I can replace the 8 to 4 with a 4 to 3. Question 6. So A, B to C is 2 to 3 to 5, so that is 10 shares in total. So we're sharing £300 across 10 shares, so that's £30 per share. Now Candice has 5 shares, each share is worth £30, so Candice has 5 lots of 30, which is £150. Question 7. So we're told that the ratio of cows to sheep is 6 to 5 and sheep to pigs is 2 to 1. Now what I really want to do, I want to make these sheep ratios, these two numbers here, the 5 and the 2, the same, because that will then allow me to have a ratio which crosses C, S and P. So how can I make 5 and 2 the same? Well, really they've got a lowest common multiple of 10. So if I go and choose to multiply the 6 to 5 by 2, giving me 12 to 10, and at the same time multiply the 2 to 1 by 5, giving me 10 to 5, those sheep ratios are now both 10. So because it's 12 to 10 and 10 to 5, I can now say overall my ratio is 12 to 10 to 5. Now that's my overall ratio, 12 to 10 to 5, which is 27. So question 8. So in London the boots cost £115. So I'm going to do all of these in pounds. Now in Geneva they are 189 Swiss francs, but my ratio of Swiss francs to pounds is 1 to 1.39. So if I'm changing Swiss francs to pounds, I need to make my numbers smaller, because 1 is smaller than 1.39. So I'm going to have to divide by 1.39. So 189 divided by 1.39 gives me £135.97 in Geneva. Now in Paris they are 174 euros, and again euros to pounds I need to make the numbers smaller, so I'm going to divide by the 1.27, giving me £137.01. So I can now compare the three values in pounds. So the boots are best value in London because 115 is obviously cheaper than the other two. Question 9. So Pat to Julie 2 to 5. So we can see that Julie has 3 more shares than Pat, but these 3 shares represent £45 because Julie gets £45 more than Pat. So 3 shares equates to £45. So 1 share is worth £15. So how much money did Pat get? Well, Pat got 2 lots of 15, which is £30. Question 10. So boys to girls is 4 to 5, and we're told there are 95 girls in the school. So how many times bigger is 95 than 5? Well, do 95 divided by 5, we get 19. So to change our ratio into the number of kids in the school, we're multiplying by 19. 4 lots of 19 is 76. So there are 76 boys and 95 girls. So in total, that is 76 and 195, which is 171 students in the school. Question 11. So we're told that the ratio of red to yellow counters is 1 to 6, and there are 30 yellow counters in the bag. Well, 30 is 5 times bigger than 6, so the number of red counters must be 1 times 5, which is 5. Now, Risa puts some more red counters into the bag, and then the ratio of numbers of red to yellow is now 1 to 2. So let's think about it. To start with, we've got 5 red and 30 yellow in the bag. We need the number of red ones to be half the number of yellows. Half of 30 is 15, so we're going to need to add another 10 reds to the bag in order to get to the ratio of 15 to 30, which is 1 to 2. So the answer is 10. Question 12. So y is directly proportional to x, so we can write that down as y equaling some unknown constant k times x. Now we're told when x is 600, y is 10, so substituting that in, we can see that k must be 10 divided by 600, which is 1 over 60. So a formula would be y equals 1 over 60 times x. Now for part B, calculate the value of y when x is 540. So using this formula, y is going to be a 60th of 540, which is 9.